Hello and hello Friday, and welcome to the last day of the week. Before I leave you to go relax for the weekend and give you a good break in the sun, hopefully wherever you are, let us discuss today's step as well under the umbrella of mental health, and it's gonna be mental health and insecurity and how it is affecting the performance of the employee at the workplace. It is extremely difficult to find the source of the insecurity on your own at the workplace, because you have to really detect whether this is something related to the personality of the person. It is an insecurity related to a sudden change in their life, in a new culture mode. Is it related to fear of embarking on a new task, a new journey? Is it related to personality, culture differences, or fear of taking a new journey or taking on new tasks? You have to detect the source to know how to deal with it. Yet it is not going to be difficult. It's not going to be very easy. You have to count on the employee and encourage them to work with you to succeed. At the end of the day, an insecure person is going to affect the performance of the team, the task, and his personal performance. Hello, Maroon. Thank you for joining. So basically, why is this employee insecure? Is he by nature someone who fears novelty? Are they, he or she, afraid of taking on a responsibility alone? Are they afraid to be judged? Are they not able to say, I need help? Are they afraid of criticism? Are they usually defensive and they're always right and they don't want someone to help them? But they sink in the project. Do they need external validation to start? And careful, and this is something I always discuss, and I say even with your children, the worst thing we do to a child, and this they carry for life, is telling the child, I'm gonna start something and you're gonna complete it. Here you work on the self-esteem conflict, and the person cannot initiate anything ever. So it is extremely important to work on the self-esteem. How can we work on that? When you're working with those employees, try to praise them for what they do, give them little tasks and try to see how they perform in little tasks. Give them little tasks alone, give them little tasks within a team, give them a little task for them to lead. And at the end of each one, meet with them and check whether they can perform, where was the gap, so you know what is their fear. Are they afraid to communicate? Probably many people have great knowledge, but they lack communication skills. They're afraid to be blocked. They're afraid to answer. They may have the knowledge, they may have the answer, but they cannot communicate. So being somebody's voice is something, actually, now I recall it, I discussed in one of my books, Mommy, I Am a Pacer. I discussed how Abigail, the main character, because she's the main character in the 5 short stories, how Abigail was the voice of the student in the scientific team and competition, where the competition they won where the student that was the brain behind the project could not communicate. So they had to be the voice of that student, the other members of the team, and at the end they asked him to go up on stage and say a word while they did all the communication. When you have a team, you must have different personalities and different strengths, but insecurity is not one of them. Therefore, dealing with insecurity is very important. When you give a project to someone and you feel that they are insecure and you need to work on their insecurity, it is important to work with them and ensure they have all the resources needed. At the beginning, it's like a timeline. You have to say, I'm going to start by giving them 10 out of 10, and then let them move forward. And like in the next project, you give them 9 supporting items out of 10, and you go through this and let them build up their insecurity. Remember, insecurity is not a characteristic you want on the team, but it is something you can work on. You have to be extremely patient with them. And before I finish, I will show you what patience did with me this past few months. You have to understand them. You have to listen to them. But you have to remember that you have responsibilities towards your institution. Therefore, anytime you feel that after you have completed 20 out of 10 steps to help that person, if that person is not able to succeed, it means that they are not fit for the position. But you have to do twice the effort to ensure that you are conscience clear before you lay them off. You have to spend some extra time with them. Sometimes it's having coffee outside the office, having lunch together, listen to them, let them speak, get to know each other. Sometimes a small icebreaker will get them to kick off on their mission, and they will succeed. If you are in a group and you feel that this person is starting to get agitated, try to diffuse that feeling by moving the discussion to other people. Make the expectations extremely clear for the projects, because you have to remember that they are thinking you have to remember that they are thinking in a project and they need your help. You have to balance what you give them. Give one project that is difficult, another project that is easier. This way you will boost their morale. Remember to clap at the end of every little project and praise them for their effort, for trying, praise them for succeeding, and at the end of the day, try to have the direct, not criticism, let's say constructive criticism, private, person to person, and make it objective. And if at the end you don't succeed, it will not be that you haven't tried. I am the author of Let's Grow Corporate Style. Follow my Instagram to get notified when the live stream starts. Now I'm gonna take you to see how patience paid off in one of the projects I had. And while I'm going, I'm gonna ask you, in a corporate world, are you corporate material? Well, only you will define the person you aspire to be, and only you will define your corporate identity. And now, let me show you how patience paid off. That tree of mine, it's an exotic apple tree. It truly dried totally during the freezing season. But I kept on watering it, one drop and 1 tablespoon at a time, and talking to it and offering my love and support. And look at it now. You see the leaves? Yes, everywhere they're growing. You see? I'm really proud of my tree, and I can tell you that at the end of the day, patience will pay off. So work hard with people, show them your support, and 99.9 of the times you will succeed. Take care, have a great weekend, and I'll see you Monday.